Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to do so. It really means the world to me. So, a moment of confession. I am into luxury, but I actually do not own any Louis Vuitton bags. I actually do not own any Louis Vuitton items at all, but more specifically, I wanted to focus on the handbags for today's video. So, even though I do not own any Louis Vuitton handbags right now, I am considering purchasing 4 styles at some point in the future. There is no real timeline here. Generally speaking, I think Louis Vuitton has a lot of bag styles, and most of them just do not appeal to me that much. It is the overload of monogram and kind of the generic nature of some of the designs. In my humble opinion, some bags look like they do not have much interest to them aside from the LV logo or monogram. However, there are 4 exceptions to that, at least in my humble opinion. There are 4 styles that I like and respect, and today we are going to take a look at those styles. I hope my thoughts are helpful if you're thinking about purchasing your first Louis Vuitton bag or perhaps your first luxury handbag. So let me start with the Speedy bag. I would definitely be open to owning one in the future. The Speedy's history actually began in the early 1930s, making it one of the oldest styles in the Louis Vuitton handbag lineup. So let's look at the timeline. At first, there was the Keep All. The Keep All itself was introduced in 1930 as a larger travel duffel, ideal for travelers needing a spacious yet stylish bag for longer trips. It was designed to be lightweight, versatile, and durable, making it perfect for the expanding travel opportunities of the time. Recognizing a need for a similar bag that was more suitable for daily use or shorter trips, Louis Vuitton then designed the Express. This bag was designed to cater to the newer, faster lifestyle of the urban traveler. In the 1960s, at the request of Audrey Hepburn, Louis Vuitton took the Express and further scaled it down to create what is now known as the Speedy 25, a more compact version ideal for everyday use. This custom adaptation for Hepburn marked the official birth of the Speedy as a standalone model in the Louis Vuitton line. While I have the respect for the original Speedy, I would not actually buy the kind of original monogram version in 2025. Instead, I would go for perhaps one of the following options. So we have Speedy bags released as part of the Takashi Murakami and Louis Vuitton collaboration. I would definitely consider one of those. My favorite thus far is the multicolored white Speedy 25. It is still available on StockX, and the price has been dropping consistently ever since the release in January. I also really like Speedy 30 soft versions. I think this is an updated and more contemporary Speedy, but it also has the longevity because it is a Speedy bag. I still see the Speedy 30 Soft from the Takashi Murakami collaboration available on StockX, but you can also get a Speedy Soft in leather or canvas on the Louis Vuitton website. And lastly, I cannot not mention Speedy P9 bags. I have not seen one in person, but I think they are really beautiful and standout bags. I have seen some on StockX retailing for about 15,000 US dollars, which is a bit much. I do not see myself buying a bag like this anytime soon. I would prioritize spending this kind of money on something else, a different handbag. But I cannot deny that Speedy P9 look very, very appealing. And by the way, my name is Lisa, and I'm your guide to savvy luxury shopping no matter where in the world you are. Subscribe to my channel to learn more about strategic luxury shopping with the emphasis on quality and timelessness of your items. All right, the next style from Louis Vuitton that I would definitely consider is the Alma bag, and specifically Alma BB. So the Alma's origin dates back to the 1930s. It was specifically designed in 1934 a time when Art Deco design was in full swing, influencing everything from architecture to fashion. The Alma's distinctive shape is credited to Gaston Louis Vuitton, the grandson of the founder. Reportedly, he was inspired by the Art Deco movement's love for geometric and streamlined forms. The Alma bag was originally named Squire, and it was later known as Champs-Élysées after the famous Parisian avenue. It was designed as a structured, more rigid counterpart to the softer, more pliable bags of the time. The bag features a domed top that makes it stand out for its elegance and practicality. Over the years, the Alma has become known for its bold silhouette, robust material options, and the ability to stand on its own thanks to its firm base. The bag's name, Alma, refers to the Alma Bridge, a span that connects two fashionable Paris neighborhoods across the river, symbolizing the bag's deep roots in French fashion and cultural heritage. So, my favorite versions of the Alma are definitely the Alma BB size. I think it is the most practical. And once again, I would not actually buy an Alma in just monogram canvas. I would prefer one of the following options. Either a special Alma bag, like the one we have seen in the Louis Vuitton and Takashi Murakami collaboration, or I would perhaps look for an interesting and bold color in Appy leather. I looked at the website right now and did not actually find any interesting colors for this season, but I'm not in any hurry, just checking out what is available right now. So the next bag on my list today is the Louis Vuitton Capucine bag. The Capucine bag is a relatively recent addition to the LV family, but it quite quickly became quite iconic. Introduced in 2013, the Capucine bag is named after the Rue des Capucines in Paris, where Louis Vuitton opened its first store in 1854. So the bag is usually crafted with a sleek, full-grain Turillon leather, which is both soft and durable. The bag features a distinctive flap that can be worn two ways: outside to display the outline of a monogram flower, or inside to show the LV initials. I think the bag right now comes in at least four sizes: mini, BB, PM, and MM. I have also seen the East-West versions and a GM size as well on the website. For these bags, you do have to buy them at the boutique as they are not available online. You can also get a very good deal on a Capucine bag on the pre-loved market, but that's perhaps a topic for a different video and a different conversation. As for my favorites, I would definitely prefer a small to medium version of this bag, maybe a mini or a BB bag. I would stay away from black leather just because I am a bit tired of structured black bags. And otherwise, I would be open to finding a bag that I really like, once again, perhaps in a bright color. A bag that just looks a little bit different. A note about the price point here. A mini size would cost you about 6,600 US dollars in the United States. And given luxury prices these days, I would still be open to paying that much money for a premium Louis Vuitton bag. A couple of years ago, this sounded like a lot of money. But in comparison to other prices on the market right now, I think these days this price point is just quite comparable to other premium bags from other brands. But if I get a Capucine bag, I would get only one. This would be my one and only Capucine bag in my collection. And once again, I really do not have a timeline on this one. So the last bag for today is maybe a category, but with some specific bag examples. And the category is Louis Vuitton trunks. So, Louis Vuitton did not start with handbags. It actually started with trunks. The journey of Louis Vuitton trunks really began in 1854. Louis Vuitton himself was a trunk master who decided to open his own store in Paris after years of working on his skills. And his timing could not have been better, aligning with the boom of rail and steam travel, which demanded durable yet elegant travel gear, at least for those who could actually afford it. Louis Vuitton basically revolutionized the trunk industry by introducing trunks made of a gray Trianon canvas, and that was done under a patent. And the trunks were lighter and more waterproof than the traditional leather trunks of the time. This innovation not only set the standard for travel cases, but also distinguished his products, Louis Vuitton products, from competitors. In 1858, these stackable rectangular trunks were a significant departure from the common dome-topped trunks, which were less practical for stacking or storage. The distinctive look of Louis Vuitton trunks evolved further when, in 1872, the company introduced the red and beige striped canvas. This design not only enhanced the aesthetic appeal, but also branded the trunks unmistakably as Louis Vuitton. However, to combat imitations, Louis Vuitton's son, George Vuitton, introduced the iconic monogram canvas in 1896, featuring an interlocking L and V with floral patterns. This is the design that we know and love today. With time, customizable trunks with compartments for everything from toiletries to secret documents became popular among elite clientele, each trunk basically telling its own story of the owner's lifestyle and needs. But in more realistic and practical terms, I would definitely consider purchasing a handbag from Louis Vuitton that gives a nod to this heritage. And here I'm really talking about two main styles or two main options, petite malle bags and the side trunk. As for the petite malle bags, some of them retail at about 19,000 US dollars and can also be purchased only in a boutique. These bags are beautiful, but the price point is realistically way too steep and just way too high. But I also like the versions for slightly under 6,000 US dollars, like this version in black in apple leather. This one can actually be purchased online, and once again, the price point is just not as steep. I also like the side trunk bag. I'm not the biggest fan of that bag as compared to all the other bags that I mentioned or I listed today, but I would consider it if I come to the point of making final decisions. I think my favorite would be the size, and I would once again look for something in leather. PM size might also be okay, and it is actually retailing for less than 4,000 US dollars right now. Well, that's it from me today. Those would be the four types of bags I would consider buying from Louis Vuitton as someone who does not have any Louis Vuitton items now, and someone who is really not that much into Louis Vuitton bags or Louis Vuitton as a brand overall. Let me know in the comments, what are your favorite Louis Vuitton bags? And before you go, please watch this savvy luxury video next. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Take care and bye-bye.